with simplysimplestamping.com. Hey, guess what? It's time for another flashcard. This one was really fun to do. We've got some wonderful little flowers, wonderful little vine. Made two simple cuts to create this card. Let's go ahead and get started. So to create our card, we are going to start out with our flashcard pieces. My card base is in Melon Mambo. I have it cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so that's going to fit into one of Stampin' Up's medium-sized envelopes. And then my flashcard pieces today are Daffodil Delight and Whisper White. We need to do just a little bit of trimming on our flashcard pieces, and it was very simple. I cut 1/2 inch off of each end. So these will be 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch and 2.5 inches by 1/2 inch. So very simple to do. So we've got those cut. Now we can go ahead and start to work and create our flowers. So we're going to do that by starting with our Daffodil Delight. Now I need to cut a piece out of the middle. I'm going to use the note tag punch. It does not matter what punch you use, whatever you've got, that you can create a pretty good size punch. Decorative label, a circle punch, whatever works. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in with the tree builder punch. See this fabulous little flower here? Now you're going to see why we needed such an odd size little punch. We are going to need about 7 of these little flowers. So I'm going to get the 4 ends. Now we can kind of come around and fill in. You're gonna see, we're gonna pretty much like make a mess out of this piece of cardstock. All right, I've got all those cut. I have way more than what I need, but you know what? That way if I wanna add them to the inside of my card, I can, and I figure I might as well keep punching. I've got it on my Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm gonna take the bottom of my paper piercing tool. Guys, your stylus tool will work. An unopened or unclicked pen, if you know what I mean. You can press a pen into that, but you can see this just gives my flowers some nice dimension. Now we can finally get to our stamping. I'm going to be using 2 different stamp sets today. I'm going to use the first sight. Oh, this is the one that popped out at me so fast in the occasions catalog. I love this swirl. I love the fonts. We're going to use this wonderful little swirly vine here. And then I'm also going to use Sunburst Sayings. I'm going to do a thanks card. So it's going to say, thanks, you're the best. We're going to use those. I'm going to begin with a Melon Mambo ink pad, and I've got my thanks stamp here. And I am simply going to take this and stamp my thanks here at the bottom of my cardstock. I can now come in with Old Olive and that wonderful swirl, and let's come and stamp that. I'm going to kind of get it where it almost wraps around. Yes, I know I'm stamping upside down. It just works better for me. So there I've got some wonderful bold color. This one here, I'm going to come in with Bermuda Bay, and I have got the stamp that says, you're the best. All right, so I've got all my stamping done. I can go ahead and move that out of the way. Let's do a little bit of punching on our sentiment here. I'm going to come in with the Curvy Corner Trio Punch. And up here in the upper right corner, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a nice little scallop. I thought that looked really pretty. We're going to go ahead and adhere this onto our base, but I wanted to, let's do it on this side. We're going to go ahead and give this a corner round, just so we can soften things up just a little bit and make that not such a harsh edge, especially with that nice little scallop. So we're going to go ahead and adhere these together. I'm now going to take the You're the Best, and I've got some adhesive on the back of that, and we're just going to offset it like that. Now we're ready to go ahead and bring in our card base. Now in advance, I cleaned my wonderful little viney stamp here. I cleaned it off, and then I stamped all over my card base in Melon Mambo ink, just so I have some really nice color and pop going there on my card. I'm now going to come in, I've got 40 inches of some Bermuda Bay Baker's Twine. We are going to wrap that around 3 times, and I've got plenty here. We're just going to tie it in a bow here on the side. All right, so there's my bow. I have put some dimensionals on the back of my thanks, and we're going to, you know, I better bring that bow up just a tiny bit, just slide it up. There we go. Now I can add my thanks, get that centered up, and I've got some adhesive on my You're the Best. And let's just line that up with the edge here of the card. I just got some snail adhesive on that. Now it's time to doll it up. All right, I have got my flowers adhered with a mini glue dot. And we're just gonna kind of come and fill in. I've got 7 of them. Again, remember, you probably got even more than that, and you are welcome to go hog wild. And we're just gonna kind of randomly put our flowers on there. How about right here? And then I've got 1 extra, and I want that right there by You're the Best. Oh, it's looking good, but you know what? It needed a little bling. So I'm gonna come in with my favorite product, the Stampin' Dazzling Detail Silver. Love this stuff. And we're gonna add some dots of silver to all of our flowers. I love using the Dazzling Details because it doesn't add really any bulk to a card, but it does add shimmer. And I'm all about some good shimmer, so we're gonna put that on there. And guys, I think it needs just one last little thing to finish it off. And that is a candy dot. Oh, how I love using my candy dots. And I decided on this one I was gonna go with a Melon Mambo just to pull out some of that color. Guys, that is a card in a flash. What a wonderful card. I love this one. And of course, I just love flash cards. Anything that can be made in a flash, right up my alley. Now guys, you can get any of the supplies I used to create today's card, and you can find that at one place, simplysimplestamping.com. There's an online order button in the upper right hand corner that you can just click, and if you'd like to see all the supplies that I used to create the card, look for the March 17th 2016 blog post. You'll see everything I used. You can just click a picture and it's going to take you right to the online store. Easy peasy double cheesy, so be sure to check that out. Now, if you like the idea of flashcards, but you don't like to do any cutting, well, guess what? There's also flashcards to go. This is where all the cardstock is cut, it's scored, you've got all your flashcard pieces, you even have all the envelopes, everything cut and ready for you, and you can order those as well in your favorite color family. You can choose brights, regals, subtles, or neutrals. Oh, and of course, our fabulous in colors. So any of those, you can find that at Simply Simple Stamping. Just look up there at the pink menu bar and you'll see flashcards to go. Well, guys, that's it for me today. I hope that you loved the flashcard today, and we will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.